All right, welcome back to my exploration into Deftones discography. It's been a minute, and so I'm sorry about that. I was sick for a week, and then some other things came up. So, um, yeah, I haven't done one of these in a couple weeks now. So, sorry for the delay, but we are back to listening to Deftones. We're back to going through their discography. We are on their fourth studio album, their self-titled album, my fifth album that I will have heard once this is done. And so, really excited about it. I've been listening to pretty much only Deftones for the past month now. Um, but especially the past 2 weeks, I that's pretty much all I've listened to. White Pony, um, it's fucking such a good album, man. I realized if you watch my previous video all the way to the end, which I know based on my analytics almost nobody has, but if you've seen the entire video, um, it ends with me saying I will update you on my thoughts after I've listened to it in a couple days, and I didn't update you because I accidentally uploaded the wrong video file when I uploaded it to YouTube. I actually did film like a couple days after the reaction, just a little short snippet um, with updating my thoughts on the album after listening to it more. Uh, but the file that I added that clip to, I don't know what happened to it, but I accidentally uploaded just my reaction, which is fine. I don't think most people really care about my updated thoughts, but if you do, just real quick, it is 100% my favorite Deftones album at this point. It does edge out Private Music. I think Private Music does have a slightly better flow front to back in terms of just energy wise. I think just front to back, nothing but bangers, nothing but jams. But White Pony, I think, has higher highs. I mean, dude, Passenger, that song is a masterpiece. It is incredible. Um, Digital Bath, incredible. I mean, every song on there is amazing. I think it has like some softer moments, some like more calming, like teenager. And so it doesn't have like that straight, uh, banger after banger type flow that Private Music does. But I think as a work of art and as an album all on its own, it just exists in its own world, and uh, I love it. It's incredible. So I'm super excited to get into their self-titled album. I've been itching to get back into this. I'm not gonna read the Wikipedia article. I did start filming this video and then started reading the article, and the article for this album wasn't really that good, so I'm just redoing the whole thing. Um, but just from what I read from the comments on my White Pony reaction, uh, I'm expecting this album to be, you know, to start going further into experimentation, not just, you know, metal like or just a singular tone like their first two albums, but uh, I think taking the torch from White Pony's experimentation and sort of running with it. That's kind of the vibe I got from the comments. Also, I did read a few people commented that Chino's vocal cords were torn before the recording of this album. so his singing is going to be kind of different, I assume, on this. So I'm very interested to hear how it all sounds. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna waste any more time yapping, waffling. Uh, just gonna get right on into the music. Um, it's the fifth Deftones album I will have heard after this is over. Super excited. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. Thank you so much. Before we start, thank you so much for all of the support, all of the views. My Around the Fur video has like 3,000 views, over 3,000 views now. That's insane. Like, I seriously did not expect anything near this type of reception when I started these videos. I mean, my very first video reacting to private music, I was trying to talk myself out of even uploading it because I was like, this is pointless. Nobody's gonna see it. Um, and I'm not really necessarily doing this to get views. I am doing this for myself in order to kind of have an outlet for, uh, you know, me to want to explore uh, new music, to find new music and like actually be motivated to listen to new bands and artists. But the fact that so many people have already, jumped on board with me for this Deftones discography, like it's really humbling. So thank you so much for all the support, all the comments. I appreciate every single one of you. Even the handful of people who disliked my White Pony video, I saw you. But it's okay. I'm not offended. Um, I think I might have ruffled a couple feathers because I said that it was their best album, and it is. I'm still holding strong to that opinion. But that might change because we're only on their fourth album here, so who knows what is in store and what my thoughts will be. So, all right, a little technical difficulties there, but we are all connected. Let's get into it. Deftones by Deftones. Hexagram. First song. Ooh. Damn, it's screaming. Oh man, his screaming on this song is definitely like harsher, which makes sense if he tore his vocal cords. But I can see it, like, or hear it. But it's cool. It's like damn. Yeah, so that his screaming on there definitely sounded more just like raw and and sort of like, you know, rougher than previous albums. So I can see how like the his vocal cords kind changed the way he screams, but I like it. Like I think it sounds really cool. Um, and I like the song. Um, for the just off of first impressions. Um, it seems like they, with maybe the exception of Adrenaline, they like to start their albums off with like a very kind of they like to like kick it off with a bang, I guess is what you could say. And I guess you could say that with Bored off of Adrenaline as well, but it kind of does start off a little softer. But everything else, all their other albums, they just kind of like jump right in with the heaviness. So this kind of gives me that same sort of feel. Um, but I liked kind of I like the guitar tone at the beginning and sort of like the, I don't know, different dynamics throughout the song. Um, yeah, it's cool. But yeah, his vocals on there were, I can definitely tell there's a difference just from that first song. Well, let's get going. Ooh. Man, the guitar tone is so deep. Man, the guitar, the heaviness of the guitar is just, it's really gripping me. I really like that guitar, man. Fade out. I'm honestly shocked at how many fade outs Deftones utilizes. Like, there were, I think, what was it? RX Queen and Street Carp on White Pony had fade outs, and then one or two songs on Around the Fur, I think, did too. Which isn't a super common thing, like, past, I feel like, the 80s, at least not to my knowledge. Maybe it was, but so, I actually like fade outs a lot. Sometimes I think that they can be used a little prematurely. Like, I would prefer if they let the instrumental ride a little bit more, but it also does create this effect of just like it fading away, and like you're drifting away from the song. Um, but I really like that song. I really like the guitar tone, super heavy, and like the riff was just hypnotizing. Like, like it was dope. Yeah, really like that song. Minerva. Ooh. Man, I really like that one. That was cool. His voice is, god damn it. His voice is definitely different on this album. Like, not completely different, but I can definitely tell, like, he's not as, like, I mean, it just sounds, I guess, rougher is what I'm trying to get at. Which makes sense if he tore his vocal cords. But it's not rough in like it's bad. But it's like there's more grit, I guess, to the tone of his voice. Um, and I really kind of just like how it sounds compared to the first three albums. Um, and that song was really cool. It was very sort of shoegazy and like um, I like the swells and the settling down of just the guitar and then it building back up. Um, yeah, I like this album so far. We'll just go back to beginning. Good morning, beautiful. One of these days, you'll break me of some cold white day. But you're crazy if you think I would leave you this way. You should wake up before the rain comes. Maybe you could take off before the rain comes. And one of these days, I pray. Ooh, the drumming. All right, man. The guitar tone on this album is way heavier than their previous albums, I feel like. Just like super gritty and heavy. That groove. I really like that, like, I guess it's a synthesizer, but like how it comes in and then out. I really like this song. Man, the fucking groove on this song is killer. Oh man, the production on this song is crazy. Yeah, dude. All right, that's my favorite song so far. The production, 10 out of 10. I loved everything that was going on. And a few people commented in regards to this album on White Pony that this this was like a more depressing album, I guess. Um, and I'm starting to get that vibe. Like I'm again, lyrics, no idea what he's talking about, singing about. I've not gotten a single lyric so far, but just tonally, it feels a lot darker and heavier, both like guitar tone wise, but also like just mood. The mood of the album feels heavy. Um, and I think I did see that someone had mentioned around this time is when there were starting to be more like conflicts within the band, um, which might have contributed to that overall tone. So, but yeah, I definitely am getting sort of a much more solemn tone from everything I've heard so far on this album, and I like it. That song is standing out to me the most so far. I really like the production on that, the sort of like swelling and the dynamics throughout the song. I really like how they, like I mentioned before, how they let the instrumental kind of like the let the beat ride at the end of that there. Because they could have put a fade out on that too, but I'm glad that they didn't. Because that, yeah, that was really good. Uh, all right. When girls telephone boys.
It's kind of tough too. It's hella sensitive.
Ooh. Oh man, that's dirty. His vocals on here kind of remind me of Elite from White Pony. Whoa. God damn, man. There's another fade out. Man, that, bruh. Yeah, this is dark. But the way that, I guess in the chorus, that the drums and the bass and the guitar all just kick in is so good. I really like this album so far. It's definitely different from what I've heard so far from them. Like I still hear like some of the elements from like White Pony, um, but this is a lot sort of darker and um, abrasive than even some of the more like abrasive parts of White Pony. I mean, the, his singing on that last song, he it did kind of remind me a lot of Elite. Um, just like the like really like overtone null screaming that he was doing. Um, like can't understand a word he's fucking saying, but it hits. And but yeah, man, the way that chugging riff and the drums and the bass kicked in all at once on the chorus is just so good. Yeah, I like that song a lot. But let me kick it back a little bit. Battle Axe. Man, I like this chord progression. God damn, man. The fucking tone. Oh, this is so good. Ooh. Oh, that's so good. Hell fucking yeah. Wow. Dude, again, the tone of this album is just so dark, and I love it. Like and I'm meaning mostly the guitar tone is just so low and heavy on this album. Cause I mean, it almost sounded like it was it almost sounds like the guitar is tuned down so low that like it could be mistaken for just a bass. But um yeah, it is super heavy, and I really like it. I really like just that last song, the chord progression um was really cool, and just like the riffs that were going on. I mean, man, I'm excited to listen to this album again. Um just to go back to these songs. But yeah, let me start Lucky You. Okay. Man, this sounds like it could be from Amnesiac from Radiohead. Yeah, this is cool. Whoa, this is really cool. That was cool. What a trippy song. That really reminded me of Amnesiac from Radiohead. Um, and I know that I do make a lot of comparisons to Radiohead, and part of that might be because of in my in the beginning when I read their Wikipedia article, and it mentioned that people consider them the metal Radiohead. I might have subconsciously just keep making that comparison because I read that. But that song definitely feels like a Radiohead, like Amnesiac B-side. Um, but that, yeah, it was really cool. I'm really into that sort of like industrial electronic trip hop type of vibe. Um, so yeah, I like that song a lot. And yeah, they're definitely it seems like they're taking, like I mentioned before, they're like taking the torch from White Pony and then just running with it, and like going more into that experimental tone, but in a lot more of a darker, sort of heavier way. Um, but yeah, I really like the flow of this album so far. Let's see what's next. Bloody Cape. Ooh. That was a crazy switch up. God damn! Holy shit! Okay. That kind of blew my mind because the first like 2.5-ish minutes of that song, I was kind of drifting away. Like not that I didn't like it, but it was just kind of like, oh, okay, I've kind of heard this from them before, and then it just like completely flips at like the 3-minute mark, and it's just like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Um, that was really cool. I mean, they 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 have done this a lot in their previous songs that I've heard from them, where it's like the last, you know, 30 seconds or so of a song, like they switch up, or like they add a breakdown, or something changes. Um, but that like changed 2 or 3 times. That was crazy. So that was really cool. I was not expecting, because after like the first 2 minutes, I was like, okay, this I'm not really feeling this one, and then it just I like it read my mind. It was like, oh, okay, bet, let's do some crazy shit. So yeah, I do like that song now. That was cool. Anniversary of an uninteresting event. Whoa. Wow. The reverb on that drum. Where did this come from? This is really cool. Wow. Wow. That was a cool fucking song. What? I was not expecting anything like that. Wow. I felt like I was floating through that entire song. That was gorgeous. Like the first of all, the drumming, the drum sound, like how reverbed and just distant it sounded, but also like super loud, was so cool. The little like piano, um, the synthesizer elements to this. I mean, that was super cool. That might be my favorite song on this album so far. Like that, I was not expecting anything like that from this album. Wow, that, yeah. Moana. Deftones predicted Moana. Ooh. Hell yeah. Oh, was that it? Was that the last song? Aw, I wanted it to keep going. Wow, that was the first time listening to one of these albums where I like legitimately was shook the album came to an end. Man, I wanted that to keep going. Wow. Uh shit, okay. Well, I like that song. Um I like this album a lot. I'm gonna add this to my library. Um, Holy shit! Yeah, that flew by. I can't believe it. I It's already over. um, yeah, man, really good. Holy shit, that was that went in a lot of directions I didn't expect, and at the same time, it is still very reminiscent of White Pony to me. Like it feels like they took White Pony and kind of made it darker and more like it made it heavier. I think honestly one of my favorite aspects of this album just on first listen was how heavy the guitar is and just the guitar work in general. I think might be this album might have some of my favorite guitar work from them. Um and also the amount of like I guess left turns in these songs kind of blew me away. Um, really liked. I mean, pretty much everything on here. I I I will say the first up until Deathblow, like all these four songs kind of blend together for me, and I'm gonna have to listen to the album more. But just off of first listen, like it wasn't until Deathblow where I was starting to finally like the album was clicking for me. So these first four songs, I'm definitely gonna have to re-listen to. But yeah, I mean, I like I like everything here. I really liked Anniversary of an Uninteresting Event. I mean, I just was not expecting any sound like that from this album. Um, and I'm a big fan of Battle Axe too. I mean, yeah, I'm excited to listen to this album again because I I just really dug all of the different aspects uh, each song was bringing. I mean, like even like Bloody Cape, the first half of the song, I was kind of oh whatever, and then it just like completely kind of flipped it on its head, and like there were like two different breakdowns in the last 30 seconds of the song. Um, yeah. All right. Wow. Uh, Self-titled album, Deftones by Deftones. Really solid. I don't really have much else to say that I haven't already said. Definitely a darker, thematically, tonally, a lot darker than their previous albums, I would say. I'm definitely interested in reading along to the lyrics and trying to pick up on sort of what the lyrics were all about. But yeah, first reaction, really good album. I'm not gonna like try and rank it right now because this is my first time listening to it. So I'm not gonna say it's like you know better or worse than White Pony or Private Music or whatever. I'm just like right now I just want to sit with my first thoughts on this, but I'm excited to listen to it again. Um, this time I will be updating you with my thoughts on this album once I've listened to it more in the next few days. Um, but yeah, that was self-titled by Deftones. Fucking ripped. Yeah, unsurprising at this point. I'm pretty confident that every Deftones album I listen to at this point is going to be dope in some sort of way. So, uh, yeah, not surprised that it was a good album. But yeah, I was definitely surprised in all of the different sort of turns that it went on. Lucky You was a really cool track too, kind of very trip hoppy. Um, yeah, but I'm excited to listen to this again. So I will see you in a few days once I've done just that. See you then. All right, so I've been listening to the album for about 2 days nonstop. Probably been listening to it about 6 or 7 times, and my updated thoughts on it. So I still don't know where to rank it, to be honest. Like I kind of think that it's like right under White Pony and maybe a little bit above Private Music for me, but um I'm still like I don't think it's dethroned White Pony for me in terms of my favorite album, but it is really fucking good. I super like just the tone of the album, how dark and heavy it is. The flow of the tracks really, shine to me. Um, I like how it kind of gets progressively uh, more experimental as the songs go on. Um, and I mean, I would say that "Anniversary of an Uninteresting Event" is probably my favorite song on there. Um, it is just beautiful, and like I mentioned in my reaction, it just every time I listen to it, I just feel like I'm floating. Um, and the production on it is just so good. Uh, but Deathblow and Battle Axe, both fucking straight up bangers. Um, I'd say Lucky You, and uh, When Girls Telephone Boys. Like all, I mean, honestly, Minerva too. There really isn't a weak song on the album. I think that the beginning or like the middle section of the album is probably the strongest from like Minerva through. I mean, really, Minerva down. It's great, and it's not like I don't like Hexagram or Needles and Pins, but I think um, those two songs are like solid. But then once Minerva hits, it like kind of takes off for me. Um, that being said, though, Hexagram, the singing on that song is crazy. Like his screaming is intense as hell, and I really like just kind of how Chino sounds on the album. Also, Moana or Mona, I don't know. It's probably pronounced Mona, but I've been calling it Moana because of the movie. But that song is super cool too, and I like it as the album closer. And what I noticed listening to the album on repeat is that it almost is a seamless transition from Mona into Hexagram because they almost have the same uh, sort of guitar tone, like that strumming guitar tone. It's very similar, and I think they might be in the same key too. So it just like I remember listening uh, the other day or yesterday, I think. I was listening to the album on repeat, and when Mona or Moana, whatever, goes into Hexagram, I was just like, oh shit! Like the album restarted. I didn't realize that. So that that was really cool. And yeah, I just really like the tone of the album overall. I think the flow of the tracks is really good, and yeah, I'm digging the album a lot. Um, I would say that I'd still consider White Pony to be a better album, but it is not that far behind for me. And I really like the experimentation um, throughout the album as well. And I'm excited to see where they go from here with Saturday Night Wrist. I believe that's the next album. And I think that that's also considered a pretty dark album. So I'm interested to see um, how it matches up with the self-titled. But yeah, now I do want to actually ask you guys a question. So this is my fifth album now. I'm halfway through the discography. I was thinking, would is there any interest in me like making a just standalone video talking about like my thoughts on Deftones' album so far, like maybe putting up my favorite like top 10 songs and like just kind of discussing my thoughts on their entire discography so far. I've been thinking about like maybe trying to make more structured sort of music videos where I'm like actually like not just talking off the cuff or reacting, but like I actually like am presenting something. I don't know if there's any interest in that. I might try doing that. I also just started um, a new job, so I don't know. You know, I'm still like getting my schedule in order, so I don't know like what exactly my pace is gonna be. I'm definitely gonna try to make these videos more frequently than the wait between this video and the last one. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that. If you want me to make like a halfway point video, just going over what I think about all their music so far. And yeah, other than that, thank you all so much for watching. And I will be seeing you guys in hopefully a week, if not sooner. Um, so yeah, take care. Peace out.